speed racing. boys, Dicky's got that.
Yeah, exactly. You got that.
You say they're gospel.
Have you got that?
Yeah. Do you want me to put a ball on there? Yeah. It's French.
My producer sends me a message, which is never a good sign. Seconds in. Okay, talking anyways. We're just about to get going. Lions to take the kick-off, a full complement on the bench. South Hobart needing a response here. The Lions looking to really stake a claim as they gear up for a big statewide cup final. So we're underway in this one. Lions pressed there by Pishon Choi, a star player she's been. Right, well, I don't know if any of that intro got through looking at the live stream on YouTube. Hopefully it did. If it didn't, big game. Second v third. Lions on the ball through Hannah Walsh. She sends it wide there, broken up by Watkins. There's Choi. Clifford was impressive bombing down the flank last week. Just to jump up into the attack here, joining in with Browning. Back to Choi. Shut down though. Kara Lashmer going to be a real threat South Hobart need to contend with. Plenty of goal scorers in this Lions outfit. Kennegeezer, Laura Davis certainly chief amongst them, as the referee just tells Tegan Hennessy just to retreat a few yards. Sneaking that one early on. Over the head of Choi through to the captain, Sophie Westwood. Back down to Clifford. Byers wanted it short. Went for Choi instead. Wasn't expecting it. Broken up there by Howe. Now some clever play from Browning. Flicks it through for Josie Mamich. Charging down the right. She's got two in the middle to try and pick out. It's a fizzing ball to the back post. It just eluded Byers. Watkins will track this one down. Looks to take on former team across, just lacking direction. That was an area that probably plagued South Hobart a little last week against Devonport. Just that end product, the final ball into the box, was certainly lacking. They had some promising attacks in pretty good positions. Just couldn't quite find the quality in the final third. They'll need to improve that today as Kennegeezer looks to slide her through for the dangerous Laura Davis. Westwood across to deal with her. Stride for stride. Davis just running out of real estate. And out for a goal kick. Going to be absolutely crucial to the matchup is that one. So building from the back by Batchelor. Broken up. Ava Wiley. Some playing out on the right here today. So Lions on the attack yet. Cleared away. Although foul's been blown, so a free kick in a promising position here for the Lions to maybe get something going. Kara Lashmer, always a threat from distance. So Hannah Walsh standing over the dead ball. Scored a hat-trick against Launceston United in their last Super League start. She's been one of the form players of the competition. She drives this one and it fizzes over the bar of Ponting. And she scored that hat-trick. All three goals from outside the box. One of them a keeping error, admittedly, but two of them were hit with some real fizz. She generates some extraordinary power on her shots, Hannah Walsh. She's probably, along with Whitney Knight, been player of the season for mine from what I've seen so far. Really enjoyed watching her in this Lions engine room. The South are going to be acutely aware of the threat she poses today. Floated into the middle, searching for Mamish. That was broken up there by Fuchs and deflects out of play. Nice turn from Davis, but the support came from Byers, helping out the defence. Broke it up. Kennegeezer away from Watkins. Walsh threading one through for Davis. Davis trying to go behind Westwood. Keeps a hold of the ball, crosses, that was shut down. Byers, pass eluded Westwood. And threaded through for Walsh, knocks it back to Davis. Put off balance, referee says play on. Sweeping ball now for Choi, who just knocks it straight past Hennessy and charges down the right flank. The early release, perhaps not the right option. Trying to tee up Mamich. Cam Hazelwood on the Lions touchline, not happy with that one, and I tend to agree with him. I think that probably was one that was missed. There's Westwood. Holds it in the middle for Johnson. She'll send it across for Batchelor. Watkins out after this one. Plenty of bodies in the box here for South Hobart. Can Watkins get to work here? She skips past one. She's into the area. The shot is charged down. Nicely defended there by Payne. Canagiza on hand. Recaptured by South. Ruby Batchelor. An attacking fullback here, looking to get in behind of Canagiza and succeeds in doing so. Drives it in near post. Punch back out. Joy was there. Didn't quite find her. Clifford just lost her balance. Keeps a hold of the football, but it's well won away. Lions clear the danger. That was nicely defended by Fuchs. There's more, in fact, as Mamich, Watkins, Mamich looking to get in behind Payne. The support came from Wiley. Byers threads it wide for Clifford. Clifford is it in the mix-up. Payne steers clear, only so far as Choi. Canagiza breaking the play up, but a rush clearance finds Westwood. Westwood driving. Choi threads it across again. Canagiza breaks up the play and just knocks it back to Erica McIntosh. But again, the clearance straight to a South Hobart body. Byers, well done by Christabel Moore, wins it back off her. Canagiza the early release, trying to spring Davis, steered away by Wright. Davis working hard off the ball. Payne. And into the middle they go for Howe. Good composure from Howe. Cross for Moore. Patience from the Lions here as they string some possession together. That's a dangerous ball for Lashmer. Westwood comes across, just gets in ahead of her and sees it back to Ponting. Dear to Johnson, just turns silkily past Walsh. Johnson now pressured. Joy tries to spring Clifford, just a bit too much pepper on that one though. And it trickles out of play. So the game largely being played in South Hobart's half at the moment, but no chances to speak of. It was a very tight game back in round one between the two. So the Lions out of defence, broken up by Johnson. Watkins. Spinning clear, drops it back to Batchelor. Batchelor. Dangerous ball for Mamich, sharp turn, Payne on hand to deal with that threat though. This new look Lions defence is Payne, Batchelor and Watkins. Watkins will get there first. Pressure from Wiley, slid to try and keep it in, couldn't do so.
To be that deep, mate, we step up a bit. Get it up the side, and run to see it. Otherwise, we'll no outlet. Anyway, you're cooking one, then.
Down the line, was looking for Walsh, broken up though by Watkins. Moore, a scrap away for it. Here's Wiley. Wiley Just trying to find Davis. Hasn't quite had the service yet, so she bustles in there into right. Shoulder to shoulder. And player we brought back. South Hobart player down. So a brief stoppage here.
Emmy, if Christopher goes outside, keep touching trees. Yeah? And vice versa.
Watkins back to her feet. Seems to be right to continue. Johnson back to Batchelor. On opposite high. Only Eloise Payne back there. Just delayed a little too long. Almost allowed in Mamich. Wiley. Canagiza. And swiped forward by Mamich. Tegan Hennessy at the back. Found a good option in Lashmer. Put it out in front of her. Clifford charging out after it. And former Lion shuts that one down.
You're halfway. Keep stepping.
Hennessy steals a good 10 yards and launches it long. Flicked on by Walsh. And it's broken up in the middle by Moore. Wide for Canagiza. Canagiza cuts inside, goes looking for Davis. It's a good ball. Laura Davis on the angle. And somehow she picks out the top window. Brilliance from Laura Davis. She is as good a goal scorer as there is in this competition. It was a narrow window she had to pick out. She went near stick and she puts it top corner, beats Ponting and gives the Lions the lead. First real scoring chance. And Davis makes it count. A dream start to the visitors. It was a well-weighted ball for her. She charges onto it and finished superbly. Ponting unable to keep that one out. She went high on her at the near post. Threaded the eye of the needle. Davis gets the Lions off and running. A sharp counter-attack. Maybe that's the recipe here today. We saw Devonport last week do a really good job just blocking off the middle of the field, disrupting South Hobart's game, and then hitting them back the other way with some counter-attacks. Cam Hazelwood said in the press conference on Friday he wouldn't be looking to directly replicate Devonport's game plan, as they're a different side with their own way of playing, but they would take aspects of it. That may be one of them as Westwood drives a nice ball for Johnson. South Hobart in need of a response. After last week, they certainly didn't want a slow start here today. Here's Watkins having a run at Wiley. I think both players thought the ball had gone out of play there. Nothing was flagged. It'll be South Hobart's ball. Mamich, pressured by Canagiza. Canagiza wins it back into the middle for Walsh. The foul blown there, the way of the Lions. So Payne standing over the dead ball. Launches it direct, trying to find Davis. Westwood read the intent, took front position. Johnson. And Choi. Dropped it off for Clifford. Choi making a bursting run. Cross to deal with that was Hennessy. Choi for Clifford, who was charged down by the energetic Christabel Moore. Offers plenty of bite in that midfield. Direct ball over the top, trying to spring Davis once again. Bridget Wright shutting it down on this occasion. Keeps it in play. Well, did so initially. Chips that one out of play. Bridget Wright certainly has the wheels to go with Davis. Intelligent player at the back right, makes good decisions as Hennessy is looking for their star Davis. looks to turn out of trouble, and in the end, free kick blown in favour of the Lions. So, opportunity for Walsh to get to work once again over the dead ball. So Walsh directing traffic. This one might be a bit of an in-swinger towards the 6-yard box. It is. It's direct, and Ponting forced to parry it over the top. Took the shot on in the end, it did Walsh. One of those teasing balls that could be a cross or a shot. Either way, it made Ponting work. And she got the right glove up to keep it out. She gets some serious venom on these set pieces, does Walsh. She goes again. Another in-swinger, causing a bit of chaos in the box there. Choi bustles through. Lashma hits it first time. Just got underneath that one. So South have probably shaded possession, but the Lions certainly the more dangerous side in the final third. They've taken the lead and created more problems so far. As Ponting rails it across to Westwood. The South skipper drives it down the line, trying to spring Browning, who's just been on the peripheries of this one so far. She's a real goal scorer for this South Hobart side. They'd be keen to get her involved. Clifford, shot for Choi. Dancing on the ball, lovely ball from Pishon Choi, and then threaded through from Clifford looking for Mamich, but it was well defended by Wiley. The fullback gets across to cover. Oh, stays in play somehow. And Hennessy comes across and prevents a corner. So well done, Tegan Hennessy. Clifford drops it offshore for Browning. Back to Clifford, who was in an offside position. Choi stretches and shuts that down. Looked a bit like a foul throw, and indeed the referee was onto it. Clifford trying to find Mamich. It was well read by Christabel Moore. Mamich battling away against her opposite number though. Worked her way back to it. Now Batchelor. Clever ball for Byers. To Watkins. Sammy Watkins looking to take on Wiley. Gets around her. Swings it in. Teasing ball. Browning! Just lifts it over the top. It was South's best move of the contest so far. Watkins down the left. It was a great cross in. That's what's been lacking from South Hobart's game a little recently. Browning just couldn't quite keep the shot down. But a shot across the bows and a warning there. The Lions of the threat South to possess here. Watkins would love to make her mark against her former side, I have no doubt. Batchelor. Going to jump up and get involved in the play here, Ruby Batchelor. Goes take it around Wiley again, drives it in near post, but that delivery not as good. Easy pickings for Erica McIntosh. He just launches this one long. Watkins to Byers. Her pass eluding Batchelor. Howe. Good feet from Watkins. Good ball for Byers. No, not quite. Broken up. Well done, Payne. Read it. Moore. Wide for Kanagiza. Lashma making a great run through the middle. Working back was Johnson. Lions still on the attack here. In the middle. Now let it roll out the back for Fuchs. Flag stays down. Nice 1-2 there, initially from Walsh, but couldn't find the return ball. Payne. Certainly noticeable the Lions in possession this season, looking far more comfortable on the ball this year. Quite happy to knock the ball around. They were a more direct side in years gone by. Quite content to try and change some shorter passes here in 2024. Here's Wiley. Kelly eases ball into dispute. Tough coming together there. Referee says play on. Hennessy punching forward, trying to spring Walsh. Clifford across. Walsh charging it down, but it'll be a goal kick. Payne nods it away from Mamich. Lofted over the top by Watkins. Here's Josie Mamich. Trying to spring Watkins, couldn't quite do so. Kanagiza charging through the middle and just off the side of the boot, and then to deflect it off Clifford into the path of Lashmer. Walsh trying to tee up Davis here. Plenty of South bodies back though. They had the whole back four ready to contain her. That's a poor ball, easily broken up by Walsh. Westwood read it. Byers, Howe, battle away for it. Byers tries to shake her and does. That's the yellow Byers, last year's rising star. Now Clifford looking to combine with Browning. Again, it's broken up. Short. Punches it across, trying to find Mamich. Did well to get a Watkins. Watkins one-on-one with Payne. Gets the shot away, but didn't really have much conviction behind it. Well done, Eloise Payne. South just starting to grow into the contest though. So getting jumped here by the Lions. A few more threatening moments in the last 5 minutes or so. Chipped wide for Hennessy. In the middle for Moore. Moore draws Westwood to it. Westwood wins it back. South captain looking to jump up and drive her side forward here. Most experienced member of that defence now. Real leader at the back. And the best defenders in the competition, Sophie Westwood. Last couple of years, really taking her game to another level. So that one's nodded out of play by Clifford. So Hennessy, she was warned about stealing yards early on, and since then she's masterfully just done it a little slower, and twice now stolen plenty of yardage on the throw. She's really got that craft down. So that one's out of play. A Bachelor to Watkins, through a crowd. Johnson. Choi immediately pressed by Moore. Keen to deny. Likes to push on Choi. Time on the ball here. They know how dangerous she can be. Clifford. Trying to spring Browning, but it was too narrow, the ball. Looking up by Fuchs. Retreats to McIntosh, who's cool to get it to Payne. Kanagiza. Walsh. Howe's ball broken up there by Bridget Wright, who looks to saunter forward herself here. But she ran into trouble and coughed it up. Davis has Johnson to contend with. And just fouled her in the end. Johnson won the ball, and then Davis bundling her over. So well done there from Hannah Johnson. Lovely day for football here at Darcy Street. And the sun shining. Perfect conditions. Good to see a Sunday fixture. See a few more personally. Here's Westwood. Combining nicely with Browning. Sophie Westwood. Now tries to find Mamich. Great ball, Mamich. Found Clifford. Clifford charging into the box. She's got Byers in the middle. It's well defended by Payne. Imperious stuff from Eloise Payne, shutting that down. South's best attacking move, perhaps. Aside from the Watkins cross, it was a good ball from Josie Mamich linking up. Sophie Westwood really starting to push forward, get herself involved in the play. So Browning to take. Goes near post. Fuchs is on hand to put it behind and they'll go again. Driven low this time. Byers. Back for Batchelor. One for Watkins, her touch straight into the path of the Lions defender though. Now Lashma. Brings it under a spell and knocks it across to Walsh. Broken up by Clifford. Davis trying to turn away from right and does so successfully. Now looks to go between the legs of Clifford, who read that one and shut it down intelligently. I've seen that move a few times on the training track down the years. As Moore, again, doing a really good job just pushing up on Choi, Christabel Moore, biting at her heels every time she gets the ball. Especially with Lucy Roberts injured, you just know how important Pishon Choi is to this South Hobart midfield. He drives the engine room. You sense the Lions are acutely aware of trying to curtail her influence. Nice ball releases Josie Mamich. Mamich turns back onto the right. The cross deflected up to the top of the box. Stretching out a leg was Hennessy. Byers knocked it back. Mamich. Now Johnson. Choi. Good ball from Choi. Found Clifford. Immediate release from Browning. Trying to spring the overlapping Westwood behind again. Browning is looking for Mamich. Trapped it, but away by Fuchs. Davis was perhaps just hoping for an errant pass there, just sweating on it. Pressures now and picks the pocket of right. It's Laura Davis. She's going to pull the trigger early. And in the end, it was a bit of a tame effort. Ponting gets down and behind for a corner. Davis might have been better served. Running in a little closer to goal there. Took the shot on early. She's certainly looming as the major threat here today. No surprises there. The brilliant Laura Davis already on the score sheet. This corner targets her. She's in the sandwich of South bodies. And then steered goal. What a save, Ponting! Does brilliantly to deny Wiley, who caught that with some power. And Ponting sticks up an arm and denies this splendidly. Outstanding goalkeeping. It's got save of the week written all over it. And she was caught off guard by the first goal. She certainly made up for it with that. Lions still a threat though from the corner. There's the Olympico from Walsh. Well, again, the in-swing are causing problems. And Walsh swings in the corner, beats the lot of them. Lions up by 2. An Olympico from the inform, Hannah Walsh, who just continues to score from outside the box. And that is the life and lot of being a goalkeeper right there. Makes the brilliant save seconds earlier. A moment later, beaten by the corner. That's a tough gig. The Lions with a 2-goal lead. And they're executing this one just according to plan. South Hobart in bad need of a response here. Seems the Lions very keen to test Ponting out up high here today. And Hannah Walsh well equipped to do just that. Davis trying to turn away, scrapping him was Byers. Davis kept on keeping on, then flips it over the top, trying to find Lashmer. Westwood is back there on hand to defend. Takes it away from Lashmer. The Lions win today. They were draw level on points with South Hobart. 6 points adrift of the Devonport Strikers. They've opened up a handy gap early in the season, but certainly don't think they're the unbeatable dominant threat we've seen at the top of Super League in seasons gone past. Ulverston and Zebras, maybe even South Hobart last year. I think they're more gettable. They're getting wins. Credit to them. Winning is a skill, but they're held by Knights a couple of weeks ago. Just got past Taroona. Just got past the Lions. They're certainly gettable, but it's a very even Super League season, this one, it seems, as Byers surely fouled. But with everyone being so beatable, something to be said for banking points early in the season, which the Strikers have done. But you fancy these two are the most likely to challenge them. Launceston United have just been a little bit defensively frail, but they've been competitive in most of their games against those sides too. It's an intriguing Super League season. It is developing this year. We've often had runaway champions. I'm not sure that'll be the case this year. Sophie Westwood standing over this dead ball. Ships it into the mix-up. McIntosh was there. And I like the idea. Try and get Pishon Choi in the end of it. She's such a threat in the air. As Westwood plays that one straight to Walsh, and Canagisa's making a bursting run in behind. Danielle Canagisa. She gets to it, pulls the trigger early, and parried away by Ponting. Waiting on the doorstep is Davis. Side netting only. If you're going to parry that one, needs to put it behind. Davis was lurking dangerously, eyeing a second. Looking threatening every time they go forwards here, the Lions. Westwood, cross for Clifford. Sweating all over that was Walsh. Hennessy into the middle for Payne. In the bullseye, Payne. Tried to find more, just a little heavy the pass. Now Watkins. Not a lot of movement ahead of her. So just went sideways to Johnson. And Watkins says, I'll run myself. Cleared away by McIntosh. Well trapped by Bridget Wright, and now for Choi. Clifford. Browning. Back to Clifford's. Clifford round the outside. Mamich in the middle, but across comes Hennessy. And they put it behind for a corner.
Anyway, obviously we're going to play direction. So yeah, which one do you reckon you want? Smaller one, yeah. And look, we're going to get guts if we want to retreat that player, yeah?
So Westwood to take the corner. 33 minutes gone by. South Hobart need a spark. Off the head of Watkins. It's back for Lashmer. Looking for Davis, but waiting back there was Batchelor. She makes Watkins work for it, and it's an errant pass straight out of play. Wiley down the line. Ashmount operating out on the right now. Kanagisa. It's a run. South, they need a spark. I suppose the big question is if it stays 2-0, how early, how fit, how many minutes have they got Maddie Chambers for off the bench? Because handy player to be able to call upon, trying to chase down a couple of goals. Certainly a surprise name on that team sheet. You know what a brilliant player she is, as this one's knocked back. At the moment, the Lions seem to have all the answers. Hennessy. Walsh. Drills one into the mixer. Trapped by Batchelor. A few shouts for handball. Nothing doing, says the referee. Walsh again causing problems with her delivery, and they've got the corner here. It's going to be Cara Lashman to take this one, though. Walsh just lurking dangerously. I'll be looking to make a back post run here. All hands on deck for South at the back as this one's drilled in near post. Watkins able to steer it clear. Howe. Clever ball. Lashmar sending it towards Davis. Flapping at it. Ponting. And then bundled home by Ava Wiley. And it's 3-0 Kingborough. The Lions are roaring at Darcy Street. It wasn't convincing keeping. And with a tap in the end was Wiley. And it's 3-0 to Kingborough for the second week in a row. The defending champions finding themselves on the ropes at home. We saw the Strikers come in here last week and unexpectedly thumped them 5-0. Well, this one well en route to a similar result unless they can reverse course quickly. They've still got 10 minutes before half time. I think they'd take it right now if it was offered to them. They're in all sorts at the moment, South. And the Lions have come here with a plan and they are executing. Watkins knocks it back, but straight out of play. Davis nods it out of play. Johnson, pressured by Kanagisa. Trying to turn out of trouble is Johnson. Back to Batchelor. Mamich. Wonderful turn from Josie Mamich. Gets away from Payne. Tears off towards goal. The pass is broken up by Walsh, just dropped behind the play intelligently, then springs it out into open space, and Davis has wheels. Batchelor tracking it back here. Davis first to it. And Batchelor gets a foot in to see it behind. Struggling to contain the pace of Laura Davis in attack. Another set-piece opportunity, and I can almost guarantee you this is going to be going towards the 6-yard box once again. Lashmere drives it in there towards Moore. Watkins on hand. Moore slid in, won it back well. Howe. It'll be a South Hobart throw. Here's Johnson. Push on Choi. Looks up. No one presenting short, so just had to go long and then ends up playing it behind Browning. Just looking disjointed at the moment here, the hosts. So much of the last 18 months have been the dominant side with games on their terms. This is probably a new experience for much of this squad, but now shipped 8 goals on their home deck in a row. Here's Mamich. Browning. Scrapping away again is Christabel Moore like a terrier in midfield, just snapping at the heels. Winning the ball back once more. McIntosh drives it over the top. Batchelor nods down to Browning. The touch back to Choi. Batchelor. Johnson rather, back to Choi. Wide for Watkins. Johnson. South driving forward now through Bridget Wright. Thought about the long-range shot. That was charged down by Payne. Springs out the back. Can Mamich get on the end of this? It's Mamich! Can that be the fire starter for South? Josie Mamich with an excellent finish. It's just what the home side needed. And they cut the margin back to 3-1. Josie Mamich with a wonderful finish on the left foot there. Fell free in the box. She charged after it hit it first time. Wonderful from South Hobart's number 9. One of the best strikers in the business. And that is just why. So, can that spark South to life? They desperately needed something. It's the response, but still 2 goals back. It's wonderful raking ball that from Walsh to Lashmer. Batchelor defended it well behind for a goal kick. Some of these long-range passes, Hannah Walsh, delightful to watch. Here's Byers. South probably need to get her more involved too. Such a key playmaker when she's at her best. Watkins drifts inside. Johnson. Choi. Skips around Moore. Couldn't skip around Walsh. Was forced backwards. Byers. Plays the 1-2 with Sammy Watkins. South with a bit of spring in their step suddenly. Here's Sammy Watkins down the left. Crossing in towards Mamich. Allowed to run. All well away though. Before it could reach Browning. Fuchs breaking it up. Now Westwood. Swings it in. Should be McIntosh's and she collects confidently. McIntosh thumping it long. At the back for right. Here's Eloise Payne. Davis just playing in behind. Kanagisa charging out after this one. Ponting to it first. Oh, played it straight back to Kanagisa. Gets herself in all sorts. And Kanagisa makes it 4. An error there from the keeper. Just underhit the ball straight to Danielle Kanagisa. Can't believe her luck. And she deposits it into an empty net. And just as South Hobart got themselves a foothold in the game, they gift one right back to the opposition. 4-1 to the Lions. And there's been quite a lot of change at the back this year for South, but 135 minutes just about here. They've nearly shipped as many goals as they did all of last year in the Super League. They're an absolute fortress last year. Set the record for the most consecutive clean sheets. Went over 1,000 minutes without conceding. Differing personnel this year, admittedly, but it's quite a difference and it could get better yet still for the Lions as Lashmer charges in behind. It's Cara Lashmer straight at the keeper. And Ponting collects some good tracking back from Choi, but still a great chance that one with a dangerous Lashmer, more than capable. Well, they could have done a little better there even. And South at 6s and 7s at the back at the moment as the Lions continue this onslaught. Davis, flag stays down. Laura Davis fakes one way, then rolls it, trying to find Walsh. Back to Davis. Davis skipping through. It's Laura Davis. Cuts it back. Deflected onto the post. Just eludes Walsh. Somehow it stays out. My goodness. That was very nearly 5. You just get the sense South are baying for the whistle as Ponting rather gifts it back there. Hennessy. Lashmer looking to combine. Gets back on the end of it. Cara Lashmer sauntering off again towards the box. Crosses in right. Doesn't connect with the clearance. They are rattled right now, South Hobart. They are making basic errors you just don't normally see out of this team. As Walsh is rather cynically fouled, and that will be a free kick. It's the crowd suggesting South needed to settle themselves. I'd agree with that assessment. They need this half-time whistle. And the Lions absolutely pouring it on right now. So Walsh over the dead ball again. Punches it into the box. Canagese are trying to track it down, but won't quite get there. Direct ball for Mamich, just knocks it over the top for herself and curved it back beautifully. Josie Mamich into the area. It's Mamich. Oh, brilliant sliding block from Payne. Gets back and saves the day with an expertly timed challenge. Wonderful defending from Eloise Payne again. Had to get the timing of that right and did so. Clifford. South looking to halve the deficit here before the break. Clifford once more. In first half stoppage time, probably be a few minutes given the sheer number of goals. Mamich trying to get her side back into it. Choi. It's an errant pass and out of play.
Pushing the tempo, slack off. Emmy, do we need to be there? Emmy, where can we be?
Clifford.
Good. Go.
Skipped between a couple, but there was Hennessy to steer clear. Westwood throws it in. Just a bit of Browning. Oh, well done, Lashmouth. Broken up by Choi. Davis battling in. She got her tail up this afternoon. Laura Davis. She's exuding confidence right now. As Cam Hazelwood's been issued a slice of cheese, much to the delight of the Darcy Street home faithful. They haven't had a lot to cheer about, so they'll cheer that one. Not been short of a word in this first half, Mr. Hazelwood. The referee deciding he'd had enough. Mamich tries to turn clear. Moore ran to her own teammate in the end. Batchelor. And there is half time at Darcy Street. A stunning scoreline here. The Lions leading the defending champions 4-1. It's
Macca's new Feisty McSpicy range. Things just got feisty. Macca's new Feisty McSpicy range. Things just got feisty.
So welcome back, just ahead of the second half here at Darcy Street. If you're just tuning in, 4-1 the lead to the Kingborough Lions. Looking to draw level on points with South Hobart. It's been a super performance from the visitors so far. Certainly the body language of the two teams heading in the sheds could not be a starker contrast. A couple of errors from the keeper the Lions have profited on, but they, in general play, have been really good value for their lead. They're putting together a strong performance here. They qualify for the statewide cup, and South Hobart, a week after probably their worst performance in 2 years last week against Devonport, they've followed it up with another clunker of a 45 minutes so far. They need a response. They do have Matty Chambers on the bench to call upon to try and manufacture that response, but they're going to be a lot better. They're going to need to be a lot tighter at the back. And Ponting, tough being a keeper when you've had a couple of errors. How do you pick yourself back up ahead of the second half? It's going to be on an island at times in that position, in your own head, and she's got a big job to do in the second half here. To keep everything out from this point on if they are to be any chance. I can't see any personnel changes for the Lions. I think they're as they ended the half. South Hobart likewise. Chambers was looking like she might be getting readied on the near touchline. That might happen early in the second half, but South staring down the barrel here. 4-1 the lead for the Lions. Get ready for the second half. Can the home side mount themselves a fight back? Well, there'll be more delight for the Lions. Looking to draw level on points with South Hobart. They'll still be in third even after the result. There were some 20 goals behind them, goal difference-wise, heading into the day. South Hobart with that trio of 9-10-0 results they had at this, what was shaping as a fortress earlier in the season. Not so over the past fortnight. They have made one change, South Hobart, so that looked to me to be Stella Petheram on the ball. No Phoebe Clifford, no, we're all good. It is still the same 11. This one's out behind. Plenty of time at the back here. Lashman trying to go around Batchelor, couldn't do so. Walsh. Oh, classily turns away from Byers and then threads it down for Davis in a one-on-one with Wright. Laura Davis bustling through. Hits the early cross. Wonderful ball. Time and space for Lashman. Will it sit for her? Just wouldn't quite. Took a bobble on the touch. It was really well done by Davis. And South were not far away. Conceding in the opening minute here. Wide open was Lashman. And pressed up there by Ava Wiley. They have absolutely got their tails up here today, the Kingborough Lions. The confidence clearly flowing through this playing group right now. They look to pick up right where they left off. Choi. Batchelor for right. Now Westwood. Pass intercepted by Walsh. Slightly too heavy for Kanagisa, however. So here's Bridget Wright. Finds Choi. Choi has Watkins down the line. That's where she heads. Lovely ball from Choi. Sammy Watkins now running at Payne. It was a standout in the first half, Eloise Payne. And again, does her defensive duty here. Takes it away from Watkins. Johnson to Choi. Just under hit the ball there for Watkins. And Davis brings it under a spell. Just waits for some support, and in the end, nicely done by Batchelor. Wins the throw back. Nodded on by Watkins. Payne drills it out of there, straight to Westwood. Sophie Westwood looking to spring Phoebe Clifford. It's a nicely weighted ball. Clifford battling away there. Lions. Fuchs steers clear. Byers. Byers threading it for Choi. Pish on Choi. Fires it straight at McIntosh. who didn't leave anything on the doorstep for Mamich. McIntosh blasted on out towards Kanagisa. No signs there from South Hobart, getting Byers and Choi on the ball in dangerous areas. That's what they're going to need more of in this second half. If they're any chance of mounting, that would be a miraculous comeback from this point. Payne. South want the throw, and they will get it. Might get it, sorry. Just Batchelor slipped over. Walsh just chips in his touch. Bridget Wright in the middle for Johnson, who's quickly surrounded by Lions. Johnson cool and composed though, worked it to Choi. Lashman just worked her off the ball, and now Walsh sliding back in with Choi. Great challenge, all ball. From behind, wins it back. Watkins, Choi, plenty of energy as per usual, trying to will her side back into this contest. Choi, that one shut down by Howe, and just too heavy for Mamich. Sean Choi could well be the key here for South if they are to get back into it. She's a match winner. I need a starring performance from her in this second half. Kanagisa in quite control. Clifford. Westwood. Fighting away in midfield, Moore. Browning, Moore down, holding her leg and has stayed down. She's okay. This play continues. Watkins. Just towed it forward. Still down on the far side though is Christabel Moore. Free running over as is Davis. Hopefully Justin Knox seems to be getting back to her feet now, so maybe just an impact injury. Good chance. Some drinks here for the Lions, and Cam Hazelwood will give some instruction. So more right to continue. We're set to resume here. Walsh down the line. Batchelor chested out a plate. There's a second ball on the pitch, which just scores brief hold up. Howell. Cross for Hennessy. Kanagisa. Swing ball broken up by Batchelor. Wiley takes it wide. Had some space to play in and had Lashma. And plenty of room ahead of her. Found her. Lashma. Trying to spring Davis. Deflects off of Wright, who retreats back to Ponting. Johnson. Choi. And knew she wanted was shut off. South to build from the back here. Johnson weaving her way through. Now Choi needs a run down the line. And the end is tripped up there. Batchelor. He's looking for Byers. Nice touch from Byers. Looking to combine here with Mamich. Mamich skipping into the box. Wiley shouting her. Crosses in And the side clearance. McIntosh does her best to prevent the corner, but can't do so. And South gets something going from the corner here. It's going to be Browning to take. Cleared away, top of the area, and then more decisively away.
Rest up, please. Rest up, rest up.
As the Lions are going to make their first substitution of the contest. Danielle Kanagisa coming off, looking a little bit hobbled, so might have just picked up a knock there. Danielle Kanagisa. She'll be replaced by Tilly Wills. Goal for Kanagisa today as her side well on their way to victory. Turning inside, Watkins, Browning, Clifford. Couldn't find the return ball, but got back. Broken up by Fuchs. Fuchs short, and play will be brought to a stop with South Hobart player down in the vicinity. Much to the chagrin of the Lions boss on the touchline. Chip down the line towards Davis. Surrounded by red shirts here, Davis, but she charges at them. Westwood stuck a leg out, just impeded her well enough. One won't quite stay in for Clifford. Bridger Wright at the back. Shifts it across for Batchelor. Doesn't really have many numbers out here on the near touch line, so they'll go back the other way. Westwood. It's all a bit stagnant at the moment from South. Westwood sends it over the top. Clifford had made a bursting run, but was broken up by Fuchs. Walsh and Choi. Choi gets in there. And the Lions win the ball back, and perhaps a chance to slide Davis through here. Davis is well dealt with by Wright. Howe. Fuchs. Touch back towards Howe, but that let in Baez. Baez across to Choi. Choi trying to spring damage, but just couldn't quite direct it. Choi. Walsh sits it over the top. If the flag stays down, it's a big threat here. It's Lashmer. She's got Davis in the middle. Cara Lashmer takes the shot on herself. Rattles the woodwork. Rebound falls the way of Davis. Still a threat here. The shot from Wills almost turned aside well. Yeah, by Ponsing. Wills almost off the bench and onto the score sheet. Another threatening moment in attack. And almost a fifth for the Lions. It's the woodwork hit once again. Watkins will under-hit that one. Let in Walsh. Charging at right. Walsh wins the throw for a side. So strong on the ball, Hannah Walsh. The physical presence she brings. Long throw in the Davis direction. Westwood sees it behind, but another corner, and South have really struggled to deal with these today. Lashmer and Walsh have been testing them out frequently. Ponting struggling a tad with the high ball into the 6-yard box in the first half. You'd expect them to go to the well with that one again. Lashmer off the head there of Fuchs. Not it back into a dangerous position, cleared away. And they'll go again. Christabel Moore just trying to make an absolute nuisance of herself, trying to park herself right in front of the keeper. South trying to get a defender in between the pair. In-swinger again, headed away. Only so far as Wiley. Couldn't find the room. Walsh, a shot charged down by Byers. And spins away. Clifford clears the area. A threat really anywhere from 30 yards is Walsh with the power she generates. Miscontrol there from Hennessy. They'll retain the ball with the throw in, however. Throw it in. Byers. Johnson. Silky through the middle from Johnson with the flag stay down on Mamish. McIntosh was well off her line and smashes it out of there. The flag had stayed down on Mamish. Moore. And a turn free of Byers, who was just a bit overzealous in her attempts to pressure and gives away the foul. Fuchs goes long. Howe, Choi pressuring, but tracking back. And winning it was Walsh. Sends it over towards Lashmer. Couldn't quite find her on this occasion. So an hour has ticked by at Darcy Street. The Lions firmly in the ascendancy. South with 30 minutes to try and find something. Chipped over the top by Howe. Quite in the direction there from Batchelor. Here's Wiley, got herself on the score sheet in the first half. Flicked on by Watkins. Lashmer applying pressure once more. South Hobart throw. Watkins. Batchelor. Down the line, broken up by Wiley. Right, Walsh dinks it over. Teasing ball. Lashmer back to Walsh. Walsh. Plenty of South Hobart bodies back in the road. Byers. Mamish just caught her on her heels. Payne. Really liked her game at the back today, Eloise Payne. Scrap in the middle. Inadvertent hand there from Byers. Play allowed to continue. Mamish. Really every time she's received it today, has been surrounded by Lions. Batchelor for Watkins. Watkins with a nice little turn and tries to drive inside, but couldn't quite get it going, and it spills out the back for McIntosh. Not sure how many minutes Maddie Chambers is permitted to or fit to play here today, but we sense they might need her, and they might have some defending to do first though, as Davis looks to cut through. Well done, Bridget Wright, got in the way, was disrupted. And dangerous Davis, who's so good at driving at that defence. One of the most talented players in the state, several years now, Davis. Lions, most of their tenure, haven't really been competing for league titles, and sense that's something that might just be changing in the next couple of seasons, and it'd be great to see her in the mix of those big games. This one's worked in, dangerous ball, Tilly Wills. Flag there for a handball. Johnson is composed under pressure. Clifford Pressured by Moore. Now Browning back to Westwood. Browning looks up. Some red shirts forward here. Can she find a run? Clifford. Let's stay in for her. Gets the throw. South getting a spark here. Looking a bit flat. Really looking like a side who are going to dig deep into the resources and find three. There's some confusion initially as the referee pointed the wrong direction and eventually points the right way. It will be the Lions' ball. So Hennessy. Chambers being prepped for South Hobart. Browning. Back for Clifford. Moore continuing just to do the hard work in midfield. Sophie Westwood jumping up, trying to get involved and inspire her side. Couldn't find Byers though. And they'll retreat all the way back to Ponting. The Lions will push up and out. Batchelor now pressured here by a few. Had to get rid of it quickly. Coughed it up to Howe. Lashma. Back to Howe. Wiley. Trying to find Davis. Linking up with Lashma. Choi continuing to cover every blade of glass, but well aware of that was Lashma. Mamich. Broke it up. Choi. Worked over there by Walsh. Won it back expertly, and then again the early release. Tilly Wills out after this. It's Wills first to it. It's Tilly Wills. Ponting with the save. Gets down and denies her. And Wills for the second time since coming on almost. Finding herself with a goal. Ponting with the answers on that occasion. Clifford. Walsh. In the middle here for the Lions. But she lost it to Johnson, who gifted it right back. And Walsh again, the early release with I think the flag might... No, stays down on Davis. I think she was surprised. Didn't look to have strayed. Play continues. Watkins can't quite get a toe to it. Wiley. Turning classily is over Wiley and then flicked it back out looking for Lashma. South able to get back on it. Choi looks around, doesn't see a lot of runs. Fired it into the back of Walsh. Payne. Just bustled off it by Byers. Now Watkins. Mamich, an option, was played behind Mamich though, not the ball she was after. Moore. Picked out Choi. Choi. The Watkins, who ends up flying the ball straight to Payne. Choi continuing to work hard. And Westwood has to track this one back under pressure from Davis. Ponting for right. Choi, I think exhausted from 6 sprints she's made in the last 2 or 3 minutes here, just saying someone else needs to make the run. Needs a few more willing workers. She's blowing hard at the moment, Choi. That's because she's just working so hard, but needs a few more to go with her. As Maddie Chambers is set to enter the fray. Can she be the difference maker? Looks like Watkins is going to flip flanks and play as an inverted right winger. It'll be Browning to make way for Chambers, a former league best and fairest winner. Back from America. Can she make an impact? About 25 minutes to try and do so. Her side in an enormous hole. Handy reinforcements to call upon though. Byers. Christabel Moore has excelled in that area of the game and she wins a free kick too. Just scraps away for every ball. There's Moore in the middle. Good blend of grit and creativity. Player I've long thought has flown under the radar a bit. Christabel Moore. Quality player. Payne. Down by Batchelor towards Choi. Touch back for Wright. Batchelor. Wills full of energy since coming on. Oh, the pass intercepted by Davis. Tries to release more. Johnson tracking back. Had to get there, did. Lashman was all on her own out behind too. Here's Chambers. Immediately looking to make an impact. Choi has support from Chambers arriving. She's aware of that. Holds up and waits for her. Chambers swings it in towards Mamich. Good ball. Mamich's touch is a good one. Brilliantly blocked by Fuchs, and her and Howe are able to save the day. The pressure applied on Hennessy by Chambers. And an immediate impact from the substitute. Some fresh legs. And certainly a goal threat is Maddie Chambers. We know what a talented player she is. Right. Back for Westwood. Alsteros employing some movement from his midfielders. It is looking a bit stagnant there, and the pass is broken up by Lashma. Turned it over here. Cara Lashma has 3 up with her in attack. One of them's Walsh, trying to spring Davis, just overhit the ball. Blasted out of there by Ponting into the bullseye. Having to beat 2 was Howe. Byers wins it back for right. Now Batchelor. For Choi. Choi played cleverly off of Chambers. There's Hennessy again, really the master of the dark arts here this afternoon, Tegan Hennessy. Routinely been buying 10 yards on these throw-ins, which given she was called for it early on. Very impressive. Chipped over the top. Davis hadn't made the run. Wasn't quite the ball she was looking for, to be fair. Right, imploring a run, tries to spring Chambers, broken up by Hennessy. Moore. Howe. Now Wiley. Wiley, oh, dicey ball might invite him. Mamich gets around the keeper and won't quite be able to track it down. A heavy touch from Mamich in the end. And the opportunity goes begging. Just had built up so much speed charging to get to the ball ahead of the keeper. Hard to have the feather touch that the situation required. The Lions almost giving one back there. Pressure again from Mamich. Looked its way through to Wills though. Right, under pressure from Lashma. Johnson. Back for Choi. Now Chambers. Has some support with her. Chambers. Been fouled, play allowed to continue, we'll get the throw. It was Bridget Wright who bombed up there. He's kind of approaching that time for South. Kitchen sink time. I think 3 goals in 20 minutes. Chambers faked the cross and then got round Hennessy. Payne to stand her up. And rolled it looking for Byers, but found only Hennessy. Batchelor for Choi. Just under hit it. And then Wills, Davis battling away with Wright. In the end, infringing. Here's Westwood. Threads it wide. Clifford. Myers for Choi. Back from Batchelor. Batchelor lofting it in towards the back post. It's brought down by Wiley. Clifford. Just to find Watkins. Wiley lunged in late. Nowhere near the ball. That's got to be a slice of cheese. Very late challenge. Just mistimed it. And South will get a free kick in a promising position here. And if there's any chance, they feel like they need to get something out of this. Westwood saunters up to take it. Choi, a likely target. They don't have a lot of tall timber, but Choi plays about 50 centimetres taller than this. She is in the box. She's got tremendous leap and heading ability. They need a bit of her magic here. Maybe they'll drill it low for Mamich at the near stick. No one in front there. Flick behind. Clever from Mamich to let it run. No one lurking behind there. Gambling. It's a good ball from Westwood. And here she is again. Couldn't quite control that one. Wiley. Wouldn't quite run out of play, and that lets in Westwood. Rolls it for Watkins. Watkins firing it off, blocked away by Payne. Mamich, Watkins, Walsh, now Choi. Payne was there to win it back. Davis, did she use her hand? No, says the referee. She'll turn off towards goal now. She's got Lashmer and Tilly Wills in support. Rolls it through for Lashmer. Lashmer's in behind for 5. Ponting, great save. Lashmer on the follow-up, cleared away. And Ponting had her colours lowered in the first half, but she's made 2 huge one-on-one stops in this second half and keeps it at 4-1. Great goalkeeping that. A good response from the Southkeeper for a difficult first half. Tell her confidence was really waning as the half wore on, but 45 minutes to play. It's been a good response. She's answered the call a couple of times now. So the Lions have nearly found a 5th. Chambers the target there. Hennessy wearing it tightly. In the middle for Johnson. Trying to turn away. Mamich flicked it through for Byers. Lovely ball, Byers. But stretching out was Fuchs. Had to get there and did so, or Byers was in. More urgency now from South. Here's Josie Mamich. Cross for Chambers. Watkins at the back post. The ball lacking purchase. And out for a goal kick. Payne. I reckon that's off the head of the South player. Indeed it is. Lions ball. Thumping throw from Walsh. Steered towards Batchelor. Bridget Wright. Now Maddie Chambers. Down the line. Just couldn't quite find the ball for Mamich. He's working hard in attack. A tough day leading the line. So Hennessy pings that one down. Clever from Wills. Now Westwood retreats back to Ponting. Sophie Westwood carrying out towards Johnson again. Moore was in there doing the grunt work in midfield. Choi across to Batchelor. Choi pulls the trigger on the direct one, trying to spring Maddie Chambers. Hennessy for company. Chambers looks to take her on. She goes around the outside. Hennessy slid in well. And slides in again from the ground. And bustling. Great defensive effort there from Tegan Hennessy. And warmly received from the Lions faithful. Difficult situation to be in a one-on-one matchup with Chambers. She won that very nicely as Walsh. She goes safety first, when in doubt. Thumps that one into touch. Batchelor faking the throw to Choi. Spill the way of Johnson. Just to turn away from Moore. And the enforced back to Westwood, who's under some pressure from Walsh, who just went straight through the back of her. As the substitution will be made, it looks like Georgia Edwards will be introduced as Hennessy will be subbed off here. And a good defensive performance from Tegan Hennessy today. Won some crucial battles. Westwood assesses the options. Wants to drive it down the middle. Broken up by Fuchs. Trapped by Wright. Shouts of handball not heeded. Byers threading it through. Clifford tries to find Mamich just behind her. South have been knocking on the door a bit more in the second half, but the Lions defending their box nicely. And with that 3-goal cushion, they really needed to overextend themselves, push numbers out, and try and break us down 3 times. Spills for more. Crashes in. Out the back for Johnson. Now Westwood. The ball was behind right. Clifford. Jinks into midfield nicely, Phoebe Clifford. Still going. Chambers makes a run into the area, goes for Choi, Pish on Choi, trying to bustle through, but the Lions wall was set up again. There was no room through there for Pish on Choi. The elevator door slammed shut on her. Batchelor gets there ahead of Wills. Sets a task for Chambers. Walsh working back to support the defence. Able to sit a bit deeper in the second half. Walsh. Chambers. The ref had blown a foul against Mamich. As we tick towards the final 10 minutes, the Lions looking like they're en route to a big victory. They'll draw them level on points with South Hobart, 6 points behind the Devonport Strikers, the team they're set to meet in 2 weeks' time in a statewide cup final, but seems like they're going to be heading into that game in some pretty good form. Stringing wins together at the moment, Kingborough. Shouts of handball, nothing doing. Eventually, the Lions throw. Riverside Olympic at Windsor Park next up in the league. Back-to-back wins over Lonnie United. Look at this. Oh, what a throw that is. Springs Laura Davis. She's into the area here. She's got Lashman queuing up in the middle. Davis with 2 to beat. Julie beats them. Could be a penalty. If she went down, she would have got it, I reckon. Play continues. Howe chips it wide. And I reckon a bit stiff there, Davis. Had a lot of the shirt. And Cam Hazelwood suggesting similarly. Fall over. And look, seemed a definite foul. Nothing doing. To her credit, stayed on her feet. Wanted to go down softly and probably cost her. Chambers. Down the line for Mamich. Mamich looking to storm in behind. Body on the line. Payne. She's been imperious at the back today. Throwing herself about making blocks. Mamich to Choi. Batchelor. Johnson. Westwood. Time a real enemy of South Hobart's now. So they build the attack through Clifford. They've coughed it up. Across comes Fuchs and wins the throw as well. No rush to take this. Down the line for Lashma. Choi deflects back towards right. Oh, Walsh still working hard, got there first. Johnson, with an awkward volley. It's going to elude Batchelor and give the Lions the ball in their half. Batchelor can't find Mamich. Well done by Tilly Wills, brilliantly done. Got it to Davis. Davis goes the shot. and with a 4-1 lead, perhaps entitled to, but Cara Lashma was all on her own at the back post. What would have been a tap-in. Davis, perhaps, with the score at 4-1, decided she fancied another goal there. Classic goal scorer, always hungry, but probably should have crossed that one for Lashma. Well, the Lions, I think, going to get the 3 points regardless. Don't think it's going to matter too much at this point. South have struggled to break down this Lions defence. Seems unlikely they're going to be able to do so 3 times in the final 10 minutes, perhaps inspired by Hennessy's work earlier. Clifford trying to steal about 30 yards on that occasion. The referee pulls it back. He's right. Has Chambers in space, but it's not the kindest ball to her. Really had to work to keep it in play, and invited in Tilly Wills. Slipped out of the hands there of Batchelor. Wills just works Choi off it, back to Walsh, driving ball. Westwood was parked back there. Johnson, under hit that one, invites in Christabel Moore. Looks up, Clifford, defending diligently, wins it back, Johnson. Now Byers. Westwood bombing up down the right now. She advances it towards Watkins, gets in behind. Sammy Watkins, the time is now for South. It's Watkins, she takes the shot on, but it's easy pickings for Erica McIntosh. Didn't have the power to challenge up. And a comfortable collect there as the Lions going to make a couple of late subs here. Shuffle the deck a little in the final moments of this one. Davis, flicked on by Walsh. Batchelor for Ponting. Just into an awkward one. It'll stay in for Batchelor. Brings it back towards Chambers. As Choi in support. Used her as a decoy because not aware of that threat. There's Georgia Edwards. Just under hit there from Clifford to Watkins, and the Lions will now ring in that double substitution. Looks like Elodie Price and Greta Creverton-Gunn set to get a few minutes here at the end. So Amelia Howe will be one of the players to make way. Yeah, it must be Cara Lashma on the far side of the pitch, the other one to be subbed out. This one's whipped in, dangerous ball. South have also made a sub. So they brought on Nikki Moutsatsos. Satsos placing Mamich by the looks of things. Was labouring a bit. Here's Choi. Switching ball for Clifford. Stretches it forward, but again, the industrious Walsh was there. Oh, well won back by Moore. No foul called, and Moore now carries it forward. She's got a bit of support. Choi bustling back, just worked her over, won it back. Davis might think about the shot from long range, didn't really catch it. Comfortable one there for Ponting. Who didn't quite catch the goal kick there, shanked that one. And Byers there, shadowing Creverton-Gunn. It'll be a goal kick only. South Hobart reading another sub. Stella Petheram set to enter the fray. She'll come on for Johnson. So replaces Johnson, who battled hard in there, but it's been tough scrap in midfield all afternoon against the likes of Walsh and Moore. Really strong in there for the Lions. Here's Westwood. Keeping it in nicely was Clifford. Moves it across for right. Chambers in acres of space on this left-hand flank. That's where she'll head. Didn't quite get purchase on the ball though. Bit too narrow. Davis and Batchelor. Batchelor gets there first. Chambers dinks it over the top for the run and Mutsatsos. Payne first to it, then blasted into Mutsatsos and deflects out of play. There's Fuchs there. There's been a rock at the back today. Aaron Payne developing good pairing at the back. The defence in he's gone past has been an area where they've slapped the lines down. They've tightened up in that regard. Lovely ball for Tilly Wills. Looking to run away from Batchelor. Batchelor working back. Wills tries to skip round her. Been really impressive since coming on, Tilly Wills. Added plenty. Tries to take on Chambers here. Did so well. No foul called. The second one is called. Oh no, advantage was paid. So the original foul was called on Wills. Referee allowing play to develop. Nothing developing for them. Free kick in a dangerous area. So Walsh, I wonder if she might just try and take the shot on here again. Put a cherry on top for the Kingborough Lions. Walsh drives it in. Steered clear. Chambers first to the ball, but whisks it into touch. So we reach stoppage time here at Darcy Street. A big result, this one for the Lions. Mutsatsos. Davis doing the defensive work. She's just dropped deeper in the dying embers of this. Looked like a foul on Moore. Right. Cross for Westwood. Westwood for Watkins. Carries inside. Just played the ball behind with Mutsatsos. On the former line, there's been plenty of guys out there today who've represented both clubs. This one's launched over the top. Choi, battling well, Choi. Petheram, Mutsatsos. Just couldn't quite direct the ball where she wanted to. And that's coughed up rather cheaply to Byers, who in turn gives it back to Fuchs. Fuchs retreats back to McIntosh. Spreads it across for Edwards. Can she track this one down? She tried to and did so successfully. Wills. Back to Edwards. Wills. Flicked on by Greta Kravitz and Gunn. Great header for Laura Davis, who drifts into the middle. Saw some support arriving at the far post. A heavy touch, though, right in the path of Petheram. And then a fairly blatant foul there from Cravat and Gunn. And a slice of cheese as well for Kravitz and Gunn.
Easy. Just keep an eye on shoulders, yeah?
And I don't think the ball was taken from the right position, so they go again. Sting out of this one now. Kingborough will secure a huge victory. They'll draw level on points with South. The Strikers with a handy buffer on top, but a pretty even competition this year, and the Lions, after this performance, they'll be saying, why not us? Got a big cup final in a couple of weeks. This will be a third win in a row. And they're starting to build nicely. South Hobart, meanwhile, where to from here? Started the season with a draw, responded pretty well over the next couple of months, but have now been hammered 2 weeks in a row on their home turf. And they've got some work to do if they're to defend their Super League crown. That one's cleared away by Edwards. Defensive fortress this place was last year. I've seen them ship 9 goals in 2 weeks. Tries to find Choi. Off balance. It was Edwards, no foul below. No, there was. It was just an advantage again. It didn't present itself. In the 4th minute of stoppage time. Got to think the final whistle fairly imminent now. Right. Broken up by Davis. Walsh trying to win the Goal of the Year award. Just smashes it clear. And there's the final whistle. The Kingborough Lions with a 4-1 victory. They are a team on the rise in 2024 into the statewide cup final, and a massive scalp here today at Darcy Street. They draw level with South on the table with a thumping 4-1 victory. A wonderful performance, all the goals coming in an action-packed first half. They had a game plan, they executed it, and they are making waves here. They are much tipped to be the big improvers. They are backing it up, the defending champions, with some soul searching to do. It's a very even competition this year. We've seen wild swings from week to week, so you certainly wouldn't write them off. But 2 heavy defeats in a row for South at home. They've got some work to do. I've been Andrew Cooling on the call here for Football Tasmania. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Back next week. But from myself here at Darcy Street on a day where the Lions perhaps announce themselves in the league with a 4-1 victory. It's bye for now.